Hello, hello, welcome to the Star Card Tarot. This is Karen coming with tarot cards tonight, tarot messages. I was sitting here and my cards have been just calling me out. And so, I said, let's see what's going down. Let's see what's happening, right? We're in a Leo moon phase. It's pretty exciting and fun, although I feel really chill and relaxed tonight. I'm enjoying the general mood, and I was out walking today in the city, and it's just playful out there. It's fun, right? So it's nice to have that light, fun energy passing through right now, right? Let's get these shuffled up and see what happens. There's a 50-50 here. So I'll just move the camera a little bit for you guys. I don't know if you can see. Right here. It landed sideways, walking away, moving on from something. And then this card, keep in mind, the character in this card, it's not just an instinct, a fight or flight. It's going with your feelings, when you're saying, something just isn't adding up right, or something just isn't for me, and it's just not quite right. And it's a quiet process. It's not that something that you would share with everyone or the world or something. It's, it's a little bit of calculating, but it's on a 50-50. The card that came out also was a 6 of coins. So this one here was a 8 of cups, an emotional decision to walk away. And again, this one isn't fully in an upright position, and it's about the 6 of coins, the give and take of the practical. So a lot of you are making choices and decisions off some practical thing of, like, you're calculating how much you give out, versus how much you're giving away. So you're not feeling fulfilled. It's just not quite right. It's just not quite the thing. And the base of the readings is the 8. Another 8. It's reversed. 8 of coins in reversed. So it's all based off, you didn't put the work in. You didn't do that little bit every day, whether it's practice every day or put effort into something every day, and now you're wondering if you should walk away on something because there's an uncertainty about this outward flow and inward flow. It's not quite got sorted yet. Like, you're either giving too much of yourself or not giving enough effort of yourself, or you're giving too much of your material things and not seeing the return. And it's because, so this is upright, right? it came out reversed. But upright, this would have been working hard a little bit every day, a little bit every day, a little bit every day. So it's like more than likely if you're doing a little bit every day, a little bit every day, a little bit every day, you would have a bit more of a solid ground to wonder if it's worth it or not. But because you haven't been putting in that practical effort, Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is coming with a message to don't stress over it. As far as don't logicalize it right now. So you might be intercepted in this decision process to walk away on something. There might be something that intercepts you, that helps you, give you some messages, insight, a little bit of that premonition, or that gut instinct feeling of don't worry about it, as far as don't rack your brain about it. Don't overanalyze, don't overthink. Because if you overthink, you're going to get right into your emotions, right? And then because this is an emotional decision that you're trying to make, it's going to make it more difficult for you. So the Page of Wands is, again, an energy coming in to say, ahead of time, ahead of the game. Do not try to make any sense of it, as far as overanalyzing, logicalizing, doing the math, doing the calculations, projecting, A, B, C, and D. You're probably going to have to feel with your emotions, feel through it, lean into it. We're in Cancer season, right? Ooh, Ace of Cups in reverse. Well, I feel like some of you gave out some love and energy and that kind of a vibe, and it feels like it's for naught. It feels like it went counter to what you were expecting, usually Ace of Cups, when it's upright, it's coming in, it's filling you up, it's universal source energy, the greater non-physical part of you filling you up, or any of the extensions of source, as we are, we're all extensions of source, coming in and nourishing and adding unto you. There's a sense of things are really opposite to what you feel, but there's a little bit of a rejoice in that, because in this 3D realm with our 3D eyes, we only, if we are not on a spiritual path, awakened that way, we're only going to see things as they appear with our 3D eyes. So there's a sense or a feeling that you've, it's not a giving up. It's that you are having so much to give away. So you, like, of energy and excitement and love and, those wonderful things that there's an outpouring or a draining. There's a draining. But it's okay. It's okay. Again, this card would have been upright, filling up that cup. But look at this, even though it's reversed and the hand is facing down, the cup is down, the water or whatever that may be is pouring out. But because spirit still has your back, universe still has your back, source, energy, infinite, everything has your back, it's being salvaged. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very solid. It's a very steady foundation here. And it's okay. It's this thing of you need to release a little bit. And then everything will be fine. Well, that card came up again. Walking away. Oh, look at it. Ended up on one of these spreads. So, everything's still going to be returned to you. And it's a different perspective on maybe the process or the action that you take or that you're used to. It's like, you wanted to get down to starting the work, continuing the work, making it come together, feeling zestful and great, and doing it on your own, because, there felt like maybe there wasn't any external energies or sources backing you, so you decided I'm going to go ahead with this myself. There's been a little bit of it's almost like a confusion. Sometimes when you can't decipher between dreams and reality, goals and the outcomes, it's like there's a melding of what's real and not. You are in the middle of making some major decisions. Two things to think about: left or right, up or down, this or that. And not having a lot of information to go off other than your heart-based choices. A little bit of procrastination, but you've been fueled. You're fueled energetically, like, again, similar to this 3 of coins over here. There's a little bit of like, I'll do it myself. It's almost that thing of like, move over and I'll drive this bus, or whatever, of taking matters into your own hands. But almost like the idea of when you actually put that action forward, I'll take the action into my own hands, is where things are just kind of going a little bit sideways, but not fully. And that's why you're at this crossroads, or this thing of like making a decision, having that eerie. See, when I see this card, it's eerie. It's strange, it's strange. It's almost like, am I in a dream and this is a nightmare? I don't know, like, what should get me out of here, but I'll tiptoe out of here. Or, like, say if you're influenced by things or environments, people, places, whatever, anything, and it's just kind of not for you, and it's just not that right fit. It's something that's really feeling weird for you. And I feel like, say, the reason for this, there's a Knight of Pentacles here at the base of the reading in this future tense. So at the start of this, at the base of this, at the beginning of this, or what's kind of like setting you off, there was a Knight of Swords coming up in reverse. And again, if the Knight of Swords was upright, it'd be like, cut to the bullshit, let's get the stuff done. Like nothing personal, and just, but that was reversed. There was some energy that wasn't motivating, or like I said, something that you perceived it was either yourself or another energy not helping, or helping get things cleared. But now we have another Knight. So again, Knights in the tarot are often about energies. It's not really identified to a personality or persona. And now there's your, like at the base of your reading here is there's a Knight of Pentacles. So things are coming into fruition. It's a lot slower than you thought, but you're getting the help that you want, and it's coming in style. And it makes sense. It really makes sense to you. The High Priestess is here. With some additional information, additional insight, additional intel. So by you making a conscious choice and effort to move away from something that doesn't suit you, even if you don't know what it is that you want, even if you can't identify what suits you, at least your emotions are telling you something's not adding up. So anything more with this High Priestess? We've got 1, 2, 3 cards that have the moon energy behind it. Okay, so I feel like also in the past there was a bit of a naivety of just feeling like no restrictions, nothing can hold you back. You feel good and supported, doing your own, like honoring your inner child, honoring your true self, honoring the real you. And so that was a Sun. 3 moon cards. So again, we see things in a different light. When the sun is brighter, it can be a little bit blinding. Sometimes you can't even see the small details. But now you're seeing the small details. This little stack here wanted to come up with this Knight of Swords. Oh, here came that Sun card again. Queen of Wands, which is right here. Hangman in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's like you felt like enamored and free to make some decisions and, follow your dreams and get, follow your impulses, follow your desires, following your deep-rooted desires. and you waited around. You took some hangman time. It's kind of similar to the hermit energy, except when you're in the hangman spot, like you might be stuck or positioned in a fixed position, but you're still, like even though you might, whatever all this looks like, you're still gaining knowledge and wisdom. There's still that crown chakra energy coming through. So there's that sun energy, in this hangman coming in like almost like that sun energy. So there's like, it was almost like not a reminiscing, but holding on to the feeling of yes, yeah, even if things are stalled, you're still getting enlightenment, you're still gaining truth and knowledge, and making your way, figuring things out, even if you're not being physically aggressive or progressive, you were still doing the math. But there was no foundation, and you felt like oh, this isn't the knight. I'm sorry, this is the page. You felt like things weren't clearing out, or like the road wasn't being paved, or the road wasn't being cleared for you. And then also having that feeling, that energy of the movement wasn't there, it physically wasn't happening. So you took it upon yourself to hold on to those feelings and get things started for yourself, and create a system. So I'll just again see if this high priestess is ready to give us any more information. This one wanted to fall down here again. There's a chariot in reverse and a sword, a 7 of swords in reversed. You wanted to be honest. You didn't want to fool anybody. You wanted to come by success honestly. And that's probably why even though there may be a little bit of a feeling of defeat, or not getting your success the way you had thought, there's 4 new options. So whereas before, where you were struggling for making a choice, that you thought you had 2 things that you could possibly choose from or decide on, and it was really a hard one, and it was making you, overstress a little bit, but once you release those feelings and let it out, there's 4 new paths opening up to you. So again, High Priestess, that might be something you already know. It might be something in your subconscious. It might be information you had and you're just not doing the math or connecting the dots. Or it might be information coming up for you, new information. So if you feel like there is a roadblock, nothing happens by coincidence, right? So sometimes the High Priestess can even be this character can even show up in your life as somebody standing in your way. But there's generally a purpose for that, or showing up in your life. Sometimes it can just mean that, and they're meant to pass a message, right? King of Coins in reversed. Okay. So if you started out feeling and thinking that, you know, you wanted the energy of anything manifesting in your life coming to you, or working with those energies, High Priestess says, not ready yet. You know, it's really not ready yet. That the maturation from a knight to a king just isn't there yet. So rather than working on it yourself single-handedly, even though you thought you had to do it because you felt like you had nobody or support, I feel like you're probably in a better spot to move on from something. There's too much conflict, too much duality, too much this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. A lot of times, you know, when universe opens things up to us, if we take that path of least resistance, it'll be the easiest thing. It'll be effortless. You know, it's the next logical step. So even if you feel like you are, you know, stressing out or crying out your tears, you've had it up to here, you've thrown in the towel, but by releasing that resistance, releasing it out, you're allowing the energy to flow through, and you're going to have 4 new paths open up to you. Again, number 4 is about stability. So no matter what stream comes through, whether it's a stream of income, a stream of emotion, you know, stream of energy, whatever comes, it's going to be very solid for you. So take heart and just release it out. You know, you don't want to be resisting. What you resist, you persist. Or sorry, what you resist persists, right? If you keep resisting something, you're going to get more resistance. So I hope you enjoyed.